Jey Uso is standing at the edge of the most important moment of his career. At WrestleMania 41, he will challenge Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship, aiming to finally capture his first ever World Championship in WWE. It's a match that could be transformational, a chance for Jey to rise from a perennial tag team standout into a true main event single star. But the road to this WrestleMania moment hasn't been easy, and it hasn't been without controversy. Ever since Jey won the Royal Rumble, critics have been loud. A portion of the fanbase questioned whether he belonged in a world title match at WrestleMania at all. Some said he wasn't ready for the spotlight, others said he hadn't earned it. The skeptics argued that Jey, despite all his charisma and popularity, simply didn't measure up to the standards of a world champion. For Jey, this match isn't just about winning a title, it's about silencing those critics, proving his worth on the biggest stage of them all, and forever altering the course of his WWE career. In a recent interview on the Raw Recap podcast, Jey Uso spoke candidly about the doubts swirling around him. He didn't shy away from the controversy, he acknowledged the skepticism, he admitted he hears the noise, but more importantly, he made it clear that he's using it as fuel. "All I know is, I'm in a job where I get critiqued a lot," Jey said. "Got to have tough skin, got to know how to take criticism. At the end of the day, though, I'm a human being too. I bust my butt to get to this spot. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to take it. Doubt me now. Do what you do. I got my fans behind me. I got my brothers, my family behind me. That's all I need right now. I'm telling you, I'm going to shock the world twice." There's a lot to unpack in what Jey said, but the truth is undeniable. Jey Uso is 100% right. In this industry, critique is constant. Every promo, every match, every facial expression, every move, it all gets dissected, analyzed, and sometimes torn apart by fans, media, and even peers. Jey knows that. He's lived it. He's seen the highs of being in one of WWE's greatest tag teams of all time, and he's also seen the lows of struggling to be taken seriously as a single star. Some people say he's not a good promo. Some say he's not the best technical wrestler. Some simply say they don't get him. But here's the thing, you don't have to think Jey Uso is the best in-ring technician or the greatest talker to recognize the undeniable fact that he uses charisma. Jey has that rare quality, that natural magnetism, that you just can't teach. He knows how to connect with a crowd. He knows how to make people care. And in the wrestling business, that's the most valuable currency there is. People sometimes criticize him for getting over thanks to a catchphrase or because of an exciting entrance. But so what? That's part of the magic. Getting over is the whole point. Whether it's a chant, a catchphrase, an entrance, or a match of the year, it doesn't matter how you connect with the audience, it just matters that you do. And Jey Uso has undeniably done that. When Jey talks about understanding that he has doubters, he's being real. He's not trying to pretend that everyone is on his side. He's fully aware that many fans don't believe he should be in this spot, but he also knows that he has a lot of fans behind him. He has his family behind him, his brothers, his bloodline, and sometimes, that's all you need to block out the noise and keep pushing forward. Jey also said something incredibly powerful. He plans to shock the world twice. Now, what exactly does he mean by that? Well, the first shock was already delivered when he won the Royal Rumble. Think about who he outlasted: CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Logan Paul, John Cena, Roman Reigns. Jey Uso eliminated John Cena to win the Royal Rumble. That's not just a win, that's a statement, that's history. Very few people picked Jey to win the Rumble. Very few believed he would even make it to the Final Four, let alone stand tall at the end. But he did. He shocked the world once. Now, he's aiming to do it again at WrestleMania by defeating Gunther, arguably the most dominant champion WWE has seen in recent years. And here's where it gets even deeper. Jey talked about stumbling, about falling, about failing, about having to catch himself and get back up. That's real, that's human, that's relatable. His story is not one of perfection or unstoppable momentum. It's one of grit, resilience, and persistence. And that's exactly why fans have connected with him so deeply. They see themselves in him. Jey Uso is not a machine. He's not a superhero. He's a man who has fought for everything he has. He's the guy who came from the bottom, stumbled along the way, and still kept reaching for the top. Every single week, Jey says he's still trying to eat, still trying to prove himself. And he's not lying. That's not just a wrestling promo, that's the truth. There's a segment of the audience that still doubts him, that thinks he's a fad, that says he's just a catchphrase, that says he's a one-hit wonder riding the wave of a hot moment. And you know what? That's okay. Not everyone has to believe. Not everyone has to be a die-hard Jey Uso fan. That's wrestling, that's life. Everyone connects with different stars for different reasons. But no matter how you feel about Jey Uso, you have to at least respect the journey, respect the hustle, respect the fact that this man has clawed his way into the WrestleMania main event conversation at a time when very few would have thought it possible. When Jey talks about trying to stay above water every day as WrestleMania gets closer, it hits hard. It's not just about wrestling, it's about life. Aren't we all trying to stay above water in our own way? Financially, mentally, emotionally, we're all fighting battles nobody else sees. And Jey Uso putting that struggle into words, that's why he resonates so deeply with so many fans. He admitted that this is a new mindset for him, a different kind of pressure, a different kind of focus. He knows what's at stake. He knows that if he doesn't beat Gunther at WrestleMania, it might be the last time he gets a shot like this. And he's right. WWE is a what have you done for me lately business. Opportunities don't come often, and they don't come back easily. If Jey Uso loses at WrestleMania, the odds of him ever getting another world title shot are slim. That's the brutal reality. Even if he does win the World Heavyweight Championship, it's not guaranteed that he'll be a long-term, multiple-time world champion. Jey knows that. We know that. That doesn't mean he doesn't deserve this moment. It doesn't mean he hasn't earned the chance to stand on that stage and take his shot. Whether you believe Jey Uso is world championship material or not, the fact is, he's here now. He has a chance to make history. And that's what WrestleMania is all about, moments. Jey Uso winning the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 41 would be a moment, a massive, emotional, unforgettable moment. Now, to be fair, the build to this match hasn't been perfect. There are legitimate criticisms about the storytelling. Just a couple of weeks before the Royal Rumble, Jey Uso lost clean to Gunther. Then he goes on to win the Rumble and pick Gunther as his opponent. It's a little messy. It's not the clean, red-hot build you'd hope for heading into WrestleMania. And outside of the incredible angle on Monday Night Raw where Gunther absolutely destroyed Jey, the weekly television hasn't done a great job of making this feud feel must-see. WWE could have done a better job telling the story of Jey's climb, building more tension, showing more of Jey's heart, struggle, and desperation. But despite the shaky storytelling, Jey Uso's passion and authenticity have shined through. And that's why this match still matters. Gunther vs. Jey Uso is happening. It's real. It's the match to make at WrestleMania 41. And whether you think Jey is the right guy to dethrone Gunther or not, whether you think he's a short-term star or a long-term pillar, it doesn't really matter. What matters is that right now, Jey Uso has captured the audience's imagination. Pro wrestling is subjective. You might love Jey Uso, you might not. You might think he's a future legend, you might think he's a flash in the pan. All of those opinions are valid. That's the beauty of wrestling. It's art, it's feeling, it's emotional. It's not about cold, hard stats, it's about connection. And Jey Uso has connected. So when he walks into WrestleMania 41 and steps into that ring with Gunther, it won't just be a wrestling match, it will be a fight for respect, a fight for validation, a fight to prove that all the stumbles, all the doubts, all the years of being overlooked were leading to this one shining moment. Jey Uso isn't just trying to win a championship, he's trying to rewrite his legacy. And whether you're cheering him or doubting him, you're going to remember where you were when Jey Uso went to war at WrestleMania 41. Because either way, win or lose, he's going to shock the world. Twice.